In a day and age where a Star Wars story film standalone projects are no longer really popular when it comes to the theaters after Solo: A Star Wars Story bombing in the box office due to the poor reception of The Last Jedi, and the fact that not only that, this film also had a lot of issues post production, and not only that, we didn't get the first trailer until February of 2018, and the film was supposed to release in the month of May and had competition. We also ended up receiving a project for Obi-Wan Kenobi. That was a trilogy that turned into a series. We got a project for Andor, which is fine and dandy. And we got The Mandalorian, which is a great original form of the first two seasons. And yet somehow we're back to a Star Wars story films with Rogue Squadron being shelved and a Rey Skywalker film, which nobody ever asked for. And yet we got a project that a lot of people forgot. And this is the Lando series that has now been reworked into a film. This was announced all the way back in 2020, and then we got news about it in 2022, and then we had the writer's strike in 2023, and Donald Glover was asked just recently about his Lando project, and this comes from the folks from Variety that says Donald Glover is set to return as Star Wars fan favorite character Lando Calrissian in a movie he's developing for Disney and Lucasfilm, alongside his brother and frequent collaborator Stephen Glover and Donald Glover, who wants to bring fun back to the Star Wars franchise. And not gonna lie, out of all the projects that we've received from Disney, The Force Awakens and Rogue One, when it comes to the films, are great. We had The Mandalorian, which is phenomenal, and I love Rebels. Rebels was actually a very fun series that had a lot of good moments. And The Mandalorian, like I said, is great for the first two seasons, and Andor is phenomenal. But one of the things that the shows between Andor and The Mandalorian and the first two movies that we got from Disney are serious. And Rebels was fun. Yes, it was family centric. But there was one film, like I stated, that had a lot of production issues and that bombed in the box office. Solo: A Star Wars Story. Believe it or not, in my opinion, this is actually probably one of the top best Disney movies under Lucasfilm that they've made. Being placed in the third, but when it comes to the ranking, this is probably my sixth favorite film. I really liked Solo: A Star Wars Story. It was fun. It had a Western feel to it, and it was had action packed, had some good moments. Not saying that the film wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, but it had a lot of fun. And this could actually be really interesting. I never really understood the idea of a Lando series. I mean, the Lando Chronicles was a pretty fun idea that was mentioned in Solo: A Star Wars Story, but never really glossed over. And then there was talks about bringing Billy D. Williams back to play the character, but we were going to follow Donald Glover's version of Lando. And apparently that doesn't seem like it's no longer the case. I mean, I'm actually kind of excited about this. The fact that we might be able to see how Lando became the scoundrel that we all know and liked. But this does seem like it's just going to be another Solo: Star Wars story. How Han became the scoundrel that we know and love from A New Hope. But I'm just kind of curious on where this film might take us, whether it's going to be a prequel to Solo or even set past the events of Solo: Star Wars Story. I don't know. But let me know, guys, what do you think about this? About Donald Glover stating that he wants to bring the fun back because Star Wars isn't really that fun anymore. It's gotten very political and it's gotten very serious, and it's just stuff that we don't want to see. The Acolyte was a really neat idea, a really cool concept. Did not make it how it was supposed to be. Obi-Wan Kenobi, great idea. Book of Boba Fett, great idea. Didn't stick the landing. But let me know, guys, what do you think about the Lando Star Wars film that is going to be released? And with that being said, I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace out.